Do you want to do a podcast? We make a darn good team. It always goes without a hitch. Let's head to Twitch and go start up the stream. Do you want to do a podcast? It's the Nerd Glasses Podcast. Let's start now. Hi everyone and welcome to the Nerd Glasses Podcast.
Come? All right, I'll do my own bit for myself.
Oh wait, no silence.
We're doing it. Get off the road.
Hey Dave.
Boater, I'm super excited to hear that on youtube.com/boaterbug that you're going to be playing our favorite game, Recore. I'm just so super duperly excited.
Why did I ask where you got that box? No, we're not. I'm not playing that, Dave.
But Boater, you said that you were going to be fighting with a little yellow protagonist and all those things. What game are you playing?
I'm playing Metal Arms Glitch in
Well,
the System.
Fine! God, having the studio to ourselves is glorious.
Metal Arms is a superior game anyway, even if I am dying a lot. Man, it's going to be a really good playthrough. Anyway, hey everyone, welcome to the Nerd Glasses Podcast.
I'm Dave, man.
I'm Boater. I love just, whatever we do, there's always confusion in the chat. Like, oh, nobody's over there to hit the thing? Alright, cool. I'll sit here, doing this, saying nothing. Am I talking under the mask? Who knows?
Man,
I made Dave just disappear for this one.
Once masks are gone, we are gonna have to come up with some
We're
different
gonna need to come up with
gimmicks.
some new shtick. Yeah. The countdown is on for masks on Nerd Glasses, but we'll cover that more as that gets more imminent. But yeah, so welcome again to the Nerd Glasses Podcast. It's an interesting week because we've looked at news topics and neither of us have a whole lot of news topics that we found that are factual. Should I just leave that there, or should I tease what's...
I mean, we talked about it last week.
Yeah, we as like a gag, we were kind of like, what if we just riffed on fictional news topics? And folks, I think that's about to happen. But before then, Dave, do you want me to hit Twitch bans first, or do you want to
You should definitely hit Twitch bans first, because mine's a lot of, hey, if you liked this game, you will love it on a different format.
Yeah, okay. The Twitch ban, and this one's also going to go quick. The Twitch ban this week was Ali Larson, a.k.a. Grossgore, which is a fantastic name to start off with, but who am I to judge? Over sexual misconduct allegations. He posted in, like, Roast Me Reddit, which was just asking for it, because people just posted videos of himself talking about how when he was 18, he asked a 15-year-old fan to show him, and
oh boy!
when he was, like 21, engaging with a 17-year-old fan. And
so, you know, the classic, it's a misunderstanding stuff, especially when it's a habitual behavior, like our friend that was tweeting at the president of Epic Games.
Oh boy. Yeah, and like others where abusing a fellow streamer, just a lot of things past and newly revealed coming up. And Twitch was like, okay, buddy, you've had a lot of bans before. We were about to permaban you when someone within Twitch was like, let's give him one more chance, and buddy, you spent it. So he's, departnered.
You crumpled it up and threw it in their face.
I think permabanned at this point. There is the evidence of not just people saying things, but also him being like, yeah, I did it, so what? Like, dude.
Because that's how you approach potential, like, very much legal, actionable actions. Yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I just finally caught up on a piece of internet lore, which is the animation of Goofy on trial for murder.
Yeah.
I'll do it again. I mean, he has an expletive in there, but you know, I did it. This is an elementary school full of children. Yeah. And
Okay.
basically, that's what this guy did. He was like, "Yeah, I did it."
Yuck. Gorsh.
Yeah. So that's gross gore. That's banned from Twitch. And it does tie into something that I want to talk about later. Unless we'll talk about it now. I don't know. It's a weird episode because we only have so many topics. We kind of passed a few things by each other at the start. I'll mention it now. Over the weekend, there were also sexual misconduct allegations leveled against Daniel Avedon, half of Game Grumps, and this ended up kind of being a nothing as a result. And it's interesting to look and see what the differences are. In this one, someone posted on r/rantgrumps, which is basically a Game Grumps hate subreddit. So look at your source first. And they've been trying to discredit Danny basically since he showed up on the show, and occasionally Aaron too. And they said basically they posted like some screen caps in a video saying, "Oh well, this proves conclusively that he was grooming a fan, so that he could take sexual advantage of her after she came of age." And people looking at it at that point said, what that shows is that he wished a fan happy birthday when she was 17, and then about 5 years later, while she was 22, they, as consenting adults, albeit at about a 15-year age difference, but as consenting adults,
Decided to do things that adults can do.
decided to have relations. And then he broke off contact shortly after that, and they're like, "Oh, he ghosted her," and I'm like, he realized that might have been a little on the skeevy side and was like, "Well, this was fun." Yeah, a lot of people were like, "No, that's all that shows." And that was on Sunday. I mean, I'm browsing Twitter and I see Game Grumps trending. I'm like, this is either really good or really bad. Because that's how it goes. If someone's trending, it's either like, "Oh man, someone has some really good news to share," or, "Oh no, it's another milkshake duck."
I don't get that reference, but I'm gonna nod.
Milkshake duck is reference to a tweet, a couple of tweets where one says that like, "Man, this duck that makes a milkshake is the best thing ever on the internet," and then a follow-up tweet that says, "Turns out the duck is racist." Basically, milkshake duck is a internet shorthand for "this thing is great. Oh no, this thing is problematic."
Why? Why for? I know there's less characters on Twitter. Can we not just call a spade a spade? Can we not just say it like we mean it?
I mean, if we have shorthand that is near universally understood, milkshake duck has a Wikipedia entry. It's universal enough.
Someone write that down and at me later to look that up, because I want to read just like I do with the SCP stuff, where I'm like, "Oh, that sounds interesting."
Yeah, exactly. So Dan did issue a statement today on this. "I stand by the fact that any interactions that took place of a sexual nature with the person in question were done so when she was 22 years old and we were both consenting adults. To claim I engaged in any predatory behavior is simply untrue. I have made mistakes in the past, and I apologize if my actions or words ever made anyone upset, but those mistakes were never ill-intentioned, exploitative, or illegal in any capacity." And I guess what I want to talk about in bringing that up is, number one, to compare that to the "I'll do it again" mindset.
And again, provable track record and history of behavior.
And to say, when you see something like that, like, "I can't believe that this person turned out to be an awful person," trust, because if someone is leveling sexual misconduct allegations, whatever, trust, but verify. And so, like, the past couple days, and again, I'm going to keep an eye out going forward, see if there's any more developments, whatever. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. It's I admire Dan, especially in the Game Grumps duo. I admire Dan in the way that he has publicly lived his life. And this is like, oh, this feels disheartening to even hear the allegations placed against him. So I'm gonna be keeping an eye on it. But verify. And so far, the verification has been they were adults.
And then the other half is the sources were a group that is clearly trying to dig for, because if you haven't been on that Reddit subforum, they look for anything and everything. They'll cut together clips of Game Grumps to make it sound like they said something that they didn't, and they've done that for years.
Yeah.
I accidentally actually wound up on there when I was trying to investigate Game Grumps history.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's why JonTron left. And I was like, oh, this is not why JonTron left. That's fabricated.
Yeah. Like there was there was a video that was included as part of this proof that was while she was 22 and while they were we'll say engaging in relations, sorry, I saw a thing there that I also want to bring up, but it is there was a video where he's showing a hot tub in a hotel room that he's in that has 2 seats, and he's being all lewd about that. But it's also doing so in such a way that it's satirical, because Dan is has this very wholesome persona, and also as part of Ninja Sex Party, Danny Sexbang as a satirical character.
He's in a band called Ninja Sex Party now
with his persona Danny Sexbang as his persona Danny Sexbang. It is a satirical thing that you can make those kinds of satirical jokes, and so take it with that. More like rigor mortis points out also the fact that other people seem to be accusing this guy, but not the victim of the alleged misconduct, can be a sign, not a litmus test, but a sign that this warrants more scrutiny. Yes, it's not a surefire, as you say, because sometimes people don't feel comfortable coming out personally, but they're going to talk about that to a news site, a news outlet, not some random user on Randgrumps.
Or there would be, in my opinion, it would get picked up by more people.
Yeah.
Especially being that, Twitch people and YouTubers gain a lot of hate regardless. And it's really it's really easy for stories like that to get
There's
legs.
a lot of tribalism
and
among
carry
these things. Part of something that is awful while this was happening, people wow, Markiplier is the only one that I can trust. Or wow, these 3 are the only YouTubers that I can trust, clearly. And it's you're dragging someone through the mud with a rope that you're yoking onto this guy, making them look bad while you're doing it. They had nothing to do with any of this. Stop the tribalism. Stop being hateful towards other content creators just because they're not who you personally enjoy. If you don't enjoy something, don't watch it. Don't hate watch it and go on to Randgrumps. Don't hate read XKCD and start posting that XKCD sucks. Just don't consume media you don't enjoy.
It goes along with the idea, and we'll just say it out loud. People who appear on YouTube, on Twitch, on social media sites, Facebook video, Facebook gaming, and all of the other ones that are in between these things, it's public persona, okay?
Yep.
The thing that you see is not necessarily who the people are. Now,
there was actually Jacksepticeye had a video that just came out where he reacted to someone that interprets body language.
Yeah.
And going from his early videos to his late videos. And part of it was how much of a persona is he putting on in the videos? How much is he pushing himself to act, pushing his voice differently, trying to emote differently? Yeah, I am pretty authentic when I'm on camera, but I am still a slightly exaggerated version of myself. Me gaming on stream and on camera is a lot more animated than when I'm just gaming on my own. I will still yell and throw things, Steph can tell you, but and that's just, ultimately, even if you're not Code Miku, who is, a character that is being acted by someone in a mocap suit, there is still acting going on. I'm sorry, I totally interrupted whatever point you were going to make.
No.
I am so overtired. I don't know where you were going with that.
What I was gonna say was, it's very interesting that you bring exactly that up, because there is a study done, and you know what? This is going to be a fun episode because we're mentioning Guy Fieri. There was a study done as to how you can tell if Guy Fieri likes the food that he's eating and if not.
Ooh.
And you know what? Just because we're here and just because all you folks are so wonderful.
And because we basically have no topics, please, let's keep going.
I have a ton of topics.
I want to keep going down this rabbit hole.
However, I was told if Guy Fieri starts listing off the ingredients of the thing that he is eating, that doesn't have much to say to it.
It's not saying that he enjoys it. It's saying that like, I need to fill time. Wow, I can taste that sugar really pops out, and that maple syrup kind of comes through.
So it's like things like that. But like, and more specifically, if he says things like, "Wow, you really cooked that chicken."
Hold on, which he can get away with. Wow, you really cooked that chicken.
Exactly, because again, he has stated his on TV persona is not to be Gordon Ramsay and say this is shit and like throw it away.
He wants to encourage. The thing is that like if it's amazing, I don't think that he has stuff on there that he just can't stand the taste of. I think it's like this is acceptable. This is food.
He did in an interview talk about the fact that there are if he really doesn't like it, it doesn't make it to tape.
Yeah.
You will not see it on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and the many other programs that some people's Lord and Savior Guy Fieri.
That's a really cool like standard.
Bring it down to Flavor Town.
Because like I've actually a bad example. I was going to say like I've tried to do some games on Boater Play Something, and if I'm not enjoying it, I just end up not putting them up. See, I say that, but one of them was going to be Remember Me. What did I do on the stream on Citadel? Remember Me. One of them was going to be how like Zelda Breath of the Wild just didn't work as a Let's Play. What did I do? Well, the one episode I recorded, it went up.
Well, again, good idea too, and test the waters in a controlled environment. But again, it's to bring it all back around.
Yeah.
Our whole point in mentioning these two stories, and especially back to back, is when you hear something and it interests you, be it positive news, be it negative news, please, as a favor to us, as a favor to everyone, do a little due diligence, look up and see what source are you getting the news from. Did anyone else cover this story within a 12-hour news cycle, which is the news cycle that typically these things are done? Have the persons involved responded to such a thing? What is the item that they're sorting, and things like that.
Yeah, and like
put a little research before you retweet.
Sources, read at least one more source, because maybe the source that you originally got it from is hyping up a totally different angle. A friend of mine follows an account just called God on Facebook that posts stuff from their own blog that is very, very hyper liberal. And when I see stuff, I'm like, that's interesting. Let me look it up on a different site.
Yeah.
Okay, Washington Post has also covered this. I will share it from there. Like, do a little bit of that research, do a little bit of legwork.
Enjoy what you enjoy, but just remember that not everything you read on the internet.
Mm-hmm. And stop hate watching stuff. Okay, cool. So
games that are coming out in the next week.
Yes, we did get a late start, and I'm fine starting the Citadel late so that we can still have a decent amount of time here. But yeah, let's go.
So, do you like games that you have already played before but now have on a new console? Then boy, is the next month gonna be a boomer for you.
Okay, boomer.
So, Yakuza 6, The Song of Life. It's already been out for a lot of people, but if you have Windows and Xbox One, you will finally get the only Yakuza game you don't have thus far. Yakuza 6. On the 26th, Crash Bandicoot It's About Time is coming to Windows. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is coming to the PS5 and the Series X on the 26th. And I just, you know what? I'm gonna blow this one in a big way. But Boater, coming out on the 30th to Windows.
Next Tuesday.
To Windows.
In case you want to get it on the moment of release and be able to play it before this show.
Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix, Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix, Kingdom Hearts 2 H2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, Kingdom Hearts 3 plus Remind, and Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory are all coming to the PC. Now, for those of you that aren't aware of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and then the 2s, that was a long span when Kingdom Hearts decided after 2 they were definitely going to do a third, and then just backpedaled and treaded water and kept re-releasing games with a little bit more content, a little more flavor, as we'll say, and things like that. They're fun to each in their own way, and some of them do honestly play a little bit differently, but if you're a Kingdom Hearts fan and you don't have a PlayStation or a 3DS to play Melody of Memory, hooray! It's out for you!
I was going to make a joke. I'd said, like, oh, you can get the game and play before... I was going to make a joke about, haha, playing a Kingdom Hearts game, any Kingdom Hearts game, in the span of 19 hours. But now just, you went through the list of titles in the Kingdom Hearts saga. And I have the depression again.
By the way, there's more.
I know. What's Kingdom Hearts 368 over 210?
Now, Boder, remember what happened last time we tried predicting the name of something? What was our Xbox name?
I don't remember.
It certainly was spectacular, and we were wrong because they were going to... Sorry, tangent, but... You Microsoft bastards have already made these conversations very hard for me, Dan, and Mike. When people come in and go, I want the new Xbox. Which one? The X. Which one? So it's a big week, and it's going to be a big month for remasters and re-releases on things. To be honest, though, I'm glad because the more formats they are on, the less likely they are to become forgotten gems.
Yes.
And things of that nature.
And I'm always in favor of stuff getting re-released, especially if it is getting increasingly harder to play on its original consoles.
Yes.
What is it? The PlayStation Vita store, the PSP store, those are going down either at the end of this month or the end of next month, and you just won't be able to get those games there anymore. So those games are going to rely on re-releases for people to be able to get them anew and keep playing them. And I had another tangent to go from there, but it just kind of... So.
Speaking of out from left field, a change is a-coming to many people, and actually to an Insane Games near you, because Xbox Live is getting renamed as the Xbox
Can
Network.
you hand me that hat?
By Microsoft.
I'll be careful. Yeah.
Xbox Live started in what was it? 2000.
I want to say
2002 with the first Xbox console. It is now being combined, which makes sense because it is so much more than it was when it first started.
Yeah, Xbox Live used to be just play the games online, and now it's this huge network, this huge service. Oops, what word did I just use, Dave? What are they calling it now? So it's this huge network. It's being called the Xbox Network. I think that Games with Live, or I think they're keeping the Live name as a segment of their services, but because Xbox Live is going to be so much more than just playing online, the umbrella term is going to be the Xbox Network. The social media side of being able to share your gameplay clips and friends and everything like that. A lot of the the channels that you can watch, like the 343 Industries stuff. I don't even know. I'm on it so rarely that I'm paying however much and I have no idea.
More like when there's no Boder, you have to wear the hat now. And if you want, Boder, if you want.
Do you have a hat I can wear? Because this one has props in it.
Here you go. Yeah, this is a safe hat.
This is a safe hat. Okay, cool.
Ah.
Oh my god, this is weird.
One day you should dress up as each other and do nerd glasses an impression of another. Dave opens with a pun, Butter plays ukulele and gets mad.
Dave, I kind of like that idea.
I would think
I like getting these ideas of weird
getting
stuff
mad's
to do.
really more your shtick, Boner.
I mean, yes, true. St. Jude's Reward, please. Yeah, we're not going to go too in-depth in that. I think we'll talk more about it next week. But we are making plans for our St. Jude Children's Research Hospital fundraising.
Because it's gonna happen.
Yep.
Just like every year. The other big news that I did want to talk about before we get into the game that we came up with for the rest of the stream, it'll be good because we'll have plenty of enough time to kind of have fun and noodle around, was the PlayStation, the company, has bought the EVO...
Is renaming the PlayStation Network to PlayStation Live.
Oh my god, imagine if they did that. Or, you know what? PlayStation should do what Pepsi did to Coke when Coke became New Coke, and declare that PlayStation Network has won the battle between Xbox Live because Xbox Live is dead. No, but Sony Interactive Entertainment and RTS, an esports venture, have purchased the EVO franchise and series. Now, for those of you who aren't into fighting games, they're called the Evolution Championship Series. It is where if you see a major fighting game tournament happening,
Yep.
it's EVO.
Okay.
They're involved. There are certain fighting titles that they are not involved with, but EVO is the big one that they are a big part. The current board of EVO are going to be staying in place, but they are no longer ownership and management. They are just management.
Okay.
And they did say, the Tony and Tom Cannon, both sent out a very heartfelt message to the community and things like that. And the big announcement that's coming from that is, even though PlayStation now owns it, Sony Interactive owns it, EVO is still going to be open to all platforms. It's not just going to become Sony exclusive fighting games and things like that. There will still be tournaments on Nintendo IP. There'll still be Xbox IP tournaments. I'm really excited for what this means because it'll have a bigger backer on it. And that's always a better thing with something that's at that size.
Yeah.
It has now stepped from small venture to now big, and it's been growing steadily for years, to big capitalist venture.
Yeah, so this gives it the next kind of boost that it needs to take, like, that next step. Like, it's kind of been on a ramp. It's like, all right, cool, let's get that a good jump in and keep going from there. Yeah. Sorry, I did that graph backwards for everyone on camera.
So, Boder, are you ready for the gimmick that we're going to try out
hold
this
on.
week?
I'm being bothered without the shadow in my face, so I'm going to Pokemon Trainer this. Dave, what have we got here?
So, we said last week that we were going to try a little bit of improv. And so, Dan was nice enough to write 3 topics. I don't know what they are. He doesn't know what they are. Only Dan does.
I didn't even do that right. Oh, sure.
And then me and Boder both put 1 in the hat.
Yeah, and so it's my understanding that these are fictional topics that we will just BS away as though they are truthful. I don't know if that's the memo that Dan got. So disclaimer, we might BS some stuff about something that is an actual topic that is happening. So from here on out, we are entering the fiction zone.
Hang on, no, there's nothing. I was going to say, we can flash over to other views, but it's going to be absolutely nothing. So.
Yeah. The intro video again?
Welcome, everyone, to the Erd Glasses.
Okay, so Dan liked the idea so much that he wrote 3 different things in here. Dave and I each wrote 1.
And thank you so much, Dan, for participating, because I know that Dan had a damn long weekend, a damn long day, and then here I come in and I'm like, Dan, write these with my ideas, and God bless him.
Yeah.
Let me call my professional improv roommate so he can judge you. She's more like rigor mortis. I mean, okay.
I have mixed them up.
Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
First? Okay, so you pick a topic, you tell what the topic is, and I guess you tell me the background of the topic as you read it, as you heard it, and we'll discuss.
Should I just? I think this is a Dan one because I don't think it's your handwriting.
Okay. Okay.
I'm very excited by this, and I don't know how to best take advantage of this. Okay. So do you want me to tell what the topic is I have, or do you want me to just go into it?
Totally up to you.
Okay.
You go into it as though it were a normal topic. Give the horrible segue and everything.
Okay. Sorry, I have to savor this moment because Dan gave me a gift that I can't do very often. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So this is gonna be different because it's sort of improv, but it's also not. Because it's actually I'll put this. So
should I give the background on? No, you
So,
go ahead and do your
Boater-
thing. Yes.
You know, I was doing a lot of research recently and playing a lot of Gunpla and doing a lot of bottle building, and I remembered that Gundam Battle Operations 2 on the PlayStation 4 has become open for many more people to play, and there's a lot of fun going on with it, where you can play all sorts of mobile suits. You can play as the gun tanks, you can play as the bipedal suits, you can play as all the customizations, and it's a team-based game. It is by far one of my favorite games to play, and I highly implore all of you folks to join in on playing any Gundam game that you can, but especially Battle Operations 2. It's on majority of consoles, and damn it, I only have 4 more seconds. I love Gundam!
Dave gets 30 seconds to discuss Gundam.
So, sorry, Boda, we're gonna take a pause for the cause because Dan just actually gave a gift. When at the start of Behind the Counter, when me and Boder were part of it, and it was a very different format than it is now.
It was before Insane Games TV as a thing. It was. Just
I
Behind the
got
Counter
really
on its own.
ballsy and I challenged Dan to Call of Duty.
Yep.
Dan accepted the challenge for the next week at at oh my god, I love this program so much at Behind the Counter, and unfortunately, due to a scheduling conflict with the show that I was in, I was unable to come.
Right. Yeah.
I was counted out, and my punishment for not winning against Dan was I was not allowed to talk about
Gundam
on Insane Games TV or in Dan's presence
At all.
again.
ever.
So this has been a couple of years now, and I have managed
Yeah,
to...
because this was back, again, before Insane Games TV, and Insane Games TV has been on the air for almost a year and a half now. This was when we were back at Northway Plaza.
Yes. So I have managed to skirt around it. I have built some models that happen to be...
Gundam.
But we don't
Without
really...
saying the word, I assume.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
really talk about it on the program. But... I'm keeping this one. Actually, I'm keeping all of these, but... Oh my
That is
god.
a generous gift,
I
says Demon
I was
Dragon.
not prepared for that gift that Dan hath given me, and I'm really laughing because if you had pulled it, you would have had to have been me talking about Gundam.
No, I would have had to start BSing something and you being like, I can't talk about this. I'm like, oh, but Dave, you can. Okay. I guess now I will pick.
So
I
we'll
will pick
shuffle
one.
them around the hat.
Okay.
This is, you know what? We're gonna do this again next week.
Yeah, this is fun. This is fun. All right. This one doesn't seem quite as tightly crumpled. So, Dave,
Yeah.
when... This is your topic, by the way. I saw you writing the subject now. Your favorite, the show's little brother, Epic Games.
Well, yes. What about them?
Who went and got their own space of an entire mall just trying to show us up, but we all know. Hold on. Whatever. The mess is in the way. We've been following them as, Steam said, like, oh, well, this issue with Epic doesn't concern us because it's all about mobile. And Epic decided it concerns you now. Because they have thrown down the gauntlet against Steam. And I think you heard about this a little bit. And like what they did was that it started as like a social media thing on like Friday, where they said, Steam, pick a game, any game that is on both of our platforms, we will outsell you, and at stake is that the loser has to lower their the cut that they take from people who are listed on the like other games that are listed on the platform. Obviously, Epic basically just listing their own stuff for a lot of it. Hold on. How much does Epic charge? Like, let's say, if a Ubisoft game is on the Epic store, do they charge 30%?
Boner,
that would be amazing.
What an interesting topic. I will definitely look up what is Epic's take on
what is
games
Epic's take on games in the game store? Anyway, they did this.
there.
Steam basically wasn't having it. They're like, no,
Cowards!
They had some sort of cutesy brands on Twitter response. What?
They take 30%. No,
Hypocritical assholes.
Excuse me. This is where Epic threw down the gauntlet. Epic takes a 12% cut.
Oh.
Steam takes a 30% cut.
Okay.
And so that draws in the fact that Epic Games is going to war, and it seems like Steam is just big dogging them and not acknowledging that they're trying.
Steam is like, that's cute. Has pretty much like, why don't you go ahead and keep tussling with one of the largest hardware and operating system manufacturers in the world, and we'll keep doing our thing. Okay, thanks, bye. Yeah.
And scene.
Epic Games goes after Steam to finally see who's the biggest cheese.
Mortal Rigor Mortis put !bald in chat, and Stream Elements responded with,
"You think baldness is your ally, but you merely adopted the balding. I was born bald, molded by it. I didn't see hair until I was already a man. By then, I was already fucking bald."
This wasn't enough. I needed to do the hands as well. Dan to his enemies. This robotic message brought to you by Beep Boop Industries.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
So subscribe and you too can have access to such commands.
So, Boater, we're talking about Epic throwing down against Steam, but Nintendo has really thrown down the gauntlet with this recent Mario news, and they're finally answering the question. Big brother versus little brother. Who is the better one? Is it Mario? Is it Luigi? What they're going to be doing is a series of game events where on all of the platforms, Smash Bros, Mario Kart, Super Mario Brothers, Mario, what's the building game?
Mario Maker.
Yes, Super Mario Maker, 1 and 2. They included that 1 is still included in this.
Okay.
The more you use Mario, the more you use Luigi, they're going to be going at it in a battle for the Mario supremacy.
And that's not next month. So National Brothers Day is May 24th. Are they doing it then?
No, they're actually going to be stopping it on May 24th.
Okay, they're doing their
the
own
day
thing.
they finally decide which brother truly gets to twirl the mustache and rule the Mushroom Kingdom.
Does the other one have to shave?
Nintendo, get on it. Who's your preferred bay? Mario? Luigi? I'm firmly in the wah camp, but
yeah, there was. I don't know if you saw the episode of Unraveled where Brian David Gilbert basically is talking about how awesome it would be like to be Luigi and to play Luigi in a movie, and then eventually coming to the realization, oh no, I'm actually Waluigi, and there's like this very like cinematic sad thing at the end. At one point he's like shaving off his mustache so he can put another one on, and the bloopers he's like, it's hard to sob while shaving. Oh, okay. I know mine is still in here. If I see it, I'm going to throw it back in for you. We got 2 fake topics left. It's the other way around. Oh, you're right. He was talking about how awesome it'd be to be Waluigi now. Oh no, I'm just lame old Luigi. We already covered this one. New Xbox Network announced today. Unless this was a fake one. Was this we gotta talk a fake version of Xbox Network?
Do you not have something for that? Because I already have something for it.
Go for it. Go for it.
All right. Voter, Microsoft is not only renaming Xbox Live to the Xbox Network, but they're going all out.
Oh no.
Voter,
Dave.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They have reached deep into their pits, deep into the coffers, dig down there, and they have found
Handcheck.
a television network exclusively full of live action, cartoon, and machinima content based solely upon Xbox content that will be in support of the Series X and going forward consoles.
So it's going to start with the entire run of Red vs. Blue, and by the time that that's done, they will have had time to write, shoot, edit, and release more series.
Yes, actually, starting next month. Ironically enough, right around Brothers Day, when Nintendo's announcing,
I see how it is.
Who wins the thing? They're going to be releasing Red vs. Blue on the Xbox Network, the
So
X-Work, as they're calling it.
So I'm not calling it. Is the the Xbox Network, is that going to be something that is just like that you see on your console, or like is it a television station?
So they're advertising it as a TV, but it will only be a downloadable thing on Windows, PCs, Xboxes,
obviously.
and then ironically enough, Mac products. Apple has managed to team up with Microsoft, knowing that maybe Apple TV might be getting in on the X work.
Okay. I'm sure they'll take a 30% cut of subscription.
They should, they should big dog they should big dog Microsoft as the everyone's doing to everybody else this week.
Dave, we have one more topic in the fiction zone. Why don't you do the honors?
Well, if you thought that,
because we've talked Xbox, we've talked Nintendo, we've talked about these properties and characters.
Boater, you talk characters, but do you remember the last movie we went to go see before the COVID shutdown?
Oh my God, was that?
It was. Well, excuse me.
God.
It was the last movie me and Claire went to go see in theaters.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was you and Steph's, but
I think it was.
A little bit of Nerd Glasses history was we were greatly in support of the relaunch of the Sonic movie.
Yep.
And Boater, me, Steph, and my wife Claire put our money where our mouths were and went to go see it and had a great time. And at the end, they had a tease. It's not actually plot line for the film, so definitely go watch it. But they revealed that there's a Tails.
Yep.
And that Tails is going to be a part. But
Sonic 2. The movie is called Sonic 2. And there was this great moment around like maybe November where something said Sonic the Hedgehog, which came out earlier this year, and I was like, there's no way that movie was the same year. And I just last year was so long.
It really was.
Continue.
But, continuing on with the tradition of Sega getting upstaged by their intellectual properties.
Yep.
Unfortunately, a leak has happened for the filming of Sonic 2. A character and a voice actor have both errantly been released.
Okay.
And it's that what character do you think? So we have Sonic confirmed.
Yep.
We have Tails confirmed.
Let's see. If we're going by the Genesis games, I actually can't think of anyone else because like Robotnik, Eggman is still the villain. Like maybe if they do a tease for 3 where it'd be Knuckles, right?
See, unfortunately, it was revealed that Sonic 2 knows the way. And it's going to be
oh my God.
featuring. Yeah, that's right. I managed to get that one in there too. that Knuckles the Echidna is going to be joining the cast of Sonic 2 and going to be voice acted by the man who got MTV kicked off of the halftime shows himself, Justin Timberlake. I cannot wait to see Knuckles dripping in that suit and tie and swaggering around. It is going to be a hell of a production. And as long as they don't borrow the character model from the original Sonic for Knuckles, I think we'll be good.
Oh, God.
I think we'll be good on that. So I look in the hat, and it is now out of topics. However, if you would like to pitch some for next week, or if you would like to participate, let me know on Discord. There is a link to the Insane Games TV Discord. There is a Nerd Glasses topic in general. Comment on it, say I have an idea, or say I have a topic.
Make sure if you are giving us a fictional topic, make sure that you state that it is a fictional topic, because we are more than happy if you say, hey, this is actual news that happened. I'd love to hear you guys' take on it. I'd love to hear you guys talk about this actual thing that happened. So please give us factual topics, but also, if you have fictional topics, let us know in the Nerd Glasses channel in the Insane Games TV Discord, link below.
More like rigor mortis. I love that idea, and I'm absolutely going to make the channel is going to be hat trick topics. So just make sure I'll pin a post to the top of it. I will do that when I get home. But I want to try to do this again next week. I'm going to see if I can't shake down Mike for one.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll actually try to ask the Dream Team to each give us one.
I'll ask Steph if she has any. She can just send me in here with a crumpled up piece of paper.
Did you guys enjoy this segment? Let us know. We'll do more of it if you liked it.
I had a lot of fun. I had fun with this.
I think you and I have definitely have a very good rapport, and we've been doing so much news and trying to bring in so many topics that thankfully we do always have too many and never not enough. Because for example, next week we'll be talking about Activision Blizzard biffed it bad when they fired the employees because they gave them something.
Oh God.
The PlayStation Network has some changes coming. It's not they're renaming it. And the streamer Cypher PK got himself in a little bit of some reticles of some social media things. But yeah, I definitely look forward to trying it again next week. We'll dedicate, let's just say we'll dedicate 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it's enough time to hat trick it, and we'll...
Yeah, we can breeze through our quick topics. We can find a topic to talk about for a good in-depth period of time, and then wrap up on the hat trick. I like it.
Fucking best.
I love it.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
thank you for the name.
Boater, what are you playing on the Citadel?
Oh, I'm gonna play. TV's right here. I'm gonna be playing Dragon Age 2.
Hell yes.
I forget where we left off last time, but fortunately, that game does a really good job of like, hey, here's where you were,
and here's Dragon Age 2,
and here's some quest markers. Just follow it, and eventually you'll figure it out. Not all games are like that. I started. Let's see. Yeah, last week was Assassin's Creed, and you had asked. I don't know if we'll get the chance to talk about it, but you had asked in one of your Discord channels, like, hey, what games do you think could use a remaster?
Yeah, or do you want the studios to get a second shot at?
Yeah, what do you want them to have a second shot at? Assassin's Creed was what I was thinking, because like the game is such an interesting proof of concept, but I would kind of like to see it modernized. But at the same time, I could see Ubisoft modernizing it too much for their current microtransaction and 80-hour gameplay. I was gonna say 60, but that wasn't enough. Anyway, but yes, so Dragon Age 2 tonight. The intro has been playing over here for the past hour. So
it's a really good intro.
Yeah, quite. And not like last week where it was for Assassin's Creed and we just hear dong.
Go back and listen to the VOD. Can you hear the bell ring while we're talking? If you can't. But if you can. Sad 5.
Dave, I can kind of get my hand up here.
Hell yeah, Boater.
Anyway, yeah, so Dragon Age 2 is on the Citadel next, so if you are new to our Tuesday night lineup, what happens is that we are going to go offline. We take about 5 minutes to take this table, move it 6 feet that way, move the camera around, move the light around, and get the new stuff typed in. And then a 10-minute countdown from there. So now is a great time to go to the bathroom. I know I'm going to. Make some popcorn. I'm going to grab a candy bar. Whatever you got to do. And I will see you in about 15 minutes for The Citadel playing Dragon Age 2 to end out this night on Insane Games TV. Dave, this has been a wonderful episode, right from you going from the start and plugging my own thing on YouTube and being able to throw the Recore box. I still see it over there, so we got to... I almost asked, where did you get that, thinking it was mine. I'm like, that's a freaking game store.
You could buy Recore and then haunt Boater with it like I do.
Yeah.
That copy will go fast, by the way. It doesn't last on our shelves.
How?
Because, well, Boater, it's a fun game. It's a broken game, but it was fun.
It is. It is fun. It's one of those games that's fun to play with someone else. Yes. So anyway, and you can ask me more about the Metal Arms one that I mentioned during the Citadel, but we've been rambling for a lot of time. So what am I going to watch in the bathroom? Boater plays something Metal Arms glitch in the system. Thank you all for watching. Have a good one. I will see you on the Citadel, and we will see you next week on the Nerd Glasses Podcast, 7 o'clock Eastern, Tuesday night. See you then. Bye, everybody.